Hello. It is great to be here. Another edition of Whitney's Women. And you know what, Christina? What's crazy about this time is I'm revving up for my PBS season as well. So I am not only have amazing women in this studio, but I'm about to tape with the most fine women of Chicago with the biggest hearts. So it's really exciting.
That is great. Thank you so much for being here.
Of
and
course.
Sharing all these wonderful women within the Chicagoland area, including a couple guests we have in the studio. Tell me more.
Absolutely. So today's woman is the fabulous Kim Tyler.
Hi.
And Kim and Matthew also joins us. Now, you're not a woman, you're a man, but we love both men and women here on the show. But Kim, tell us a little bit about your charity.
Oh God, it's Indoor Productions, and I actually started during my years of being a choreographer for the Chicago Bulls.
Okay, time out. Did you hear that? She was the choreographer for the Chicago Bulls. Now tell me how fabulous that is.
It was amazing.
I wish people could get a visual
of
you right now.
It was insane. So, and then I just, I really wanted to give back to the community and give free professional training in dance and provide a professional platform for them to actually, after their training, show their gift in dance. So that's kind of how we started now 14 years ago. We're going into 15 years next year. So I partnered with the Chicago Bulls with our nonprofit last year and wanted to give back in the Dream Court for the Bulls and bring in the community dancers and other projects like the I Am Woman project that you actually came and had a little a special with us. So almost 500 people took the court that day to raise money and give back to our nonprofit organization, which really what we focus on is we have become the Red Cross of Dance. And that is to give back to organizations such as Dance Force, which I totally and completely love.
And that's where Matthew comes in.
Matthew's
But
amazing,
before we get to Matthew, I want to say one thing real quick. One thing, whenever I was learning more about you and your charity, I heard this really cool thing that you kind of had this natural gift to dance and you got into it and you always made it, but there's some girls that you saw might need a little bit more training, need a little bit more help. And in different neighborhoods, it's hard to do that. It's expensive to do that.
Absolutely.
And that's part of why you founded this.
Right. So,
and this is where Matthew comes in because you actually started a group that works with all sorts of kids. Tell us about
Absolutely. Dance Force is the largest youth dance company in Chicago. We have about maybe 175 students, and what we do is we work with inner city youth who don't really have the same privileges or opportunities as many other dancers, and we just try to give them mentorship through dance. So we teach them the art, of course, and let them have fun, but we still try to make them better people and give them the good things we need, like, being team players and loving each other and trying to work hard.
I love that. And I got to see your girls, would you say it's dance or cheer or it's a little bit of both?
Actually, it's both. It's everything. I have a cheer background and a dance background, so I incorporate hip-hop, jazz, cheer, everything into one, because I want them to be, well-rounded.
Well, and you're so right, because as a mom, and I'm a mom to twins, things add up really, really, really fast.
Yes.
And just like diapers, I'm always like, man, that's really expensive. But you think about it, in some of these neighborhoods where, single moms, people are struggling,
Absolutely.
like dance would be the last thing they can think of.
Yeah.
Yet there's so many skills that you learn by being on a team and a dance team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so as opposed to having them go to 5 different classes, one for cheer, one for hip-hop, one for jazz, one for ballet, we try to incorporate everything into our curriculum so they get the most bang for their time.
And you actually are launching a GoFundMe this week, and
We are launching.
And
yes.
Kim, your charity
Our
is kicking
charity
it off
is
with
kicking
a
it off
big
with $1,000.
Yes, thanks so much to Indoor Productions and
Yep.
Kim, because they're starting our campaign with $1,000, and it surely helps because we are not funded.
Oh my goodness. And so with that, you give these girls the opportunity to learn how to dance, and also another element to this is not on the streets at certain times,
Absolutely.
that you
on
give
the
them a
streets.
place to be.
Yes, not on the streets, not around a bunch of boys, not out being, Absolutely.
Yeah.
So parents love they can trust the girls to be safe with the coaches, and we're always traveling out of town. We're always performing somewhere, so there's no time to do anything but be great.
Well, and I got to watch the girls perform at the Bulls game, like you were saying. Tell us about this I Am Woman event. I did participate, and it was fabulous.
Amazing. Hopefully you'll come and join us next year.
I will.
Because the Bulls went crazy. Like, they love the whole, what we campaigned and put together. It was just an idea that I had in the start of the season. And originally we were going to do 12 games. I was like, I can't possibly do 12. Let's do 7. So we decided to come up with 7 different games and 7 different ideas to raise money for indoor production so that we can actually give back to the inner city dance groups to have an opportunity to take the court. So whether that was discounted tickets, whether we're giving tickets away for free and having families and children, dancers, have an experience that they've never even been to United Center before. So we kicked that off. And we're looking to do it again next year and maybe doing it even bigger next year and inviting more people out. So, and we had to turn away people because we were over capacity.
It was 500
It was insane.
girls on the court. I Am Woman. And we were also raising awareness for gun violence in our city, which I thought was amazing, as women coming together saying, enough Chicago. Come on, we're raising, we're raising awareness for this, because even though it was an exciting night to be center court, Bulls game, there was a bigger meaning behind it. And it was just fabulous. And that's what your organization is all about.
Yeah, it is. And I think that for us, the night was so impactful for us because we almost raised $40,000 just in that night for everybody.
Louise.
Yeah, it was amazing. So for us, it was like, God, we could give back even more. And such groups as Dance Force, because this is just a beloved group I love. He's not only just on the south side of Chicago, but also on the west side of Chicago.
And you go, Matt.
All of the violence and gun violence that's happening in the streets, he's taking them and putting them in the 4 walls, the creative 4 walls, making sure that they're safe. He's like 5 days a week with this program. It's so amazing.
We have boys too.
You do? Oh,
So
good.
It was
Okay.
an I Woman event. We only utilized the girls. So I want them
Yeah,
to
it was
feel
girl power.
But
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
a lot of young men too.
Oh, that is
we have to
great.
keep them safe and let them know that there's more to life than the neighborhoods.
And the gangs,
gangs, the violence, the drugs. We want them to see the other side of life, and not
That is
just
so good.
what they see on the news.
Oh my goodness. And you are right. And that's one thing I love about this segment is there is so much good going on in this city.
Really
and it is so important that we highlight that, because so often when we do turn it on, we see, okay, gun violence is going on, but there's no solutions. Well, here we go.
We
Whitney's
have
Women
a
this
great
week's
one.
solutions.
Yes. You're a part of the solution, so thank you so much for being a part of.
Well, how do people
that
get
amazing
involved with both
campaign.
of you?
So for us, we're going to do one more game, and we're actually sponsoring 100 kids. So with that, they can go to Endure the Movement, ENDURE, themovement.com. And all they have to do is really purchase tickets. And when they purchase tickets, a partial proceed goes back to Endure.
And the ticket is actually to a Bulls game.
And the ticket is to a
Yeah,
Bulls game.
so it's like
they can
you're
actually
not
go out and
purchasing-
enjoy themselves
Yeah.
at the same time and give back and also
Exactly.
have pure entertainment. It's awesome.
That is so great.
And then for Dance Force, which we're helping kick off his amazing GoFundMe, you can talk about that. And we're working on a project for later this summer, too.
Yeah, so we are working on a GoFundMe campaign, which really is just to help out the whole cost that it takes to keep our program running. So if anyone is so interested, they can reach out to us at GoFundMe.com/DanceForceElites. And you can also find us online at danceforceelite.com.
And if you're searching them online, just watch one video and you'll be like, oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
I was going to ask, is there like a story that sort of sticks out in your mind that you're like, you know what, this is the reason why this is so important, like a success story or something? Because I'm sure there are hundreds, but is there one that sticks out in your mind that you're like, you know what, this is the reason why I do this, and it just, gave you the warm and fuzzies inside?
For me, it started for me as a child because I grew up in a single parent home, and my mom, I didn't even know dance classes existed. So for me, this escape was my girlfriend's house, cardboard garage, running across the street and dancing on it.
Right.
So that's how it got started for me. I think that there's no other, when you see little kids and they're looking up at you with these big starry eyes and they're like, I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. It just kind of keeps you. I can't get their faces out of my mind, and for that, it keeps me going and keeping them creative as much outlets as we can give them.
Sure.
We're just pushing to do as much as we can, as often as we can, to keep them engaged and to keep them excited. So it really is the look. When they give you that look, it's like, okay, I mean something to you.
Well, and this one event, like, it brought back the Honey Bears, the Lovables, and it was like all these different people across Chicagoland over the years all coming together, and then the little girls looking up at those, famous dancers from back in the day, and that was the coolest. I was like, oh my goodness, and I felt like we were making history that night. You know?
Absolutely.
So it's really exciting.
It
I'm
gave
sure you
dancers
have-
like my girls a chance to really see who really wants to be professional dancers. Look at these women who have already been in the shoes that you all are trying to fill. And you keep pushing and keep practicing and keep coming to practice.
Yeah.
You all can, too, be one of those amazing women who are still dancing and still breaking barriers.
I love it.
Or just getting kids away from iPads. And
Yes.
Yeah, do something. Put the phone down.
Yes.
Maybe I need to start going.
You know what? I think I can see you center
together.
court. Yeah. Well, thank you both so
Thank
much
you
for
for
coming
having
on.
me.
And
Thank you
Kim
for
for
having
being
me.
my
Yeah,
Whitney's
awesome.
Woman
Thank
of the
you.
Week. And
Thank
Matthew
you.
for shining light on such a great thing. I mean,
you so much,
you're
Whitney.
really impacting so many kids in the city. I'm so grateful for you
Thank
and
you. I appreciate that.
both of you guys. So
you.
thank you for having me in
Absolutely.
studio. Make sure
Thank
to
you so
catch my new season March 26th at 6:30 on Lakeshore PBS. And if you miss it, you can always go to WhitneyReynolds.com for more.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
For more information, check out WhitneyReynolds.com or get social with us. Twitter @Whitney Reynolds or on Facebook, The Whitney Reynolds Show.